out there, to whoever happens to be listening. It's another late work night. This is not normally my scheduled late work night, but I have stretched a couple of my days to make room in my schedule just because people are needing more support now than usual. And I think it's a holidays thing. A lot of people really love the holidays, but a lot of people really struggle with the holidays, either because, they're missing somebody that's no longer around, or they're feeling lonely, or they're feeling stressed, or there's all kinds of things that come up. But suffice to say, I am driving home a little bit late because I worked a little bit late today. But no commute tomorrow, because tomorrow is my work from home telehealth type day. But I was just thinking about how I have met a lot of different people for someone my age, I think. I'm 37. It'll be 38 in a couple of months. I have met probably more people from a larger variety of walks of life than the average person my age that lives around here has. And I think that's pretty fair to say, because early in my career I worked in 2 different community mental health clinics in underserved, poverty-stricken areas. I worked in a lot of different environments since then, primarily with people with mental illness, or homeless people, folks that are unhoused, I guess. And I've had some really interesting experiences, and I have some wacky stories, but one thing that always comes back to me is just how similar people are. That always strikes me. How people behave with me may be very different, but when it comes down to it, almost everybody I have met wants the same general things. They want to feel loved in some way, or valued, if not loved, or respected, or they want security. Whether that means a stable home or just someplace they can sleep that they know is safe. And that's not necessarily a house, because I did meet homeless people that flat out told me, "I don't want a house, miss. That's too much work." Like, that's almost verbatim what a couple people said to me a couple of times. But they did want a place they could sleep that they knew no one was going to hassle them. People want basic necessities and to be treated with dignity. The kindest person in the world wants some version of that. The meanest person in the world wants some version of that. And everybody has their own way of obtaining those things, or getting as close to those things as they feel is possible or safe. And some people, for them, their method of gaining those things looks very twisted to other people. But that you can usually trace that back to something horrible that happened, or something that didn't happen very early on that changed them forever. And some people have the self-awareness and the ability and the energy, the time, the money, and the will to try to change that. And some people don't. Obviously, do I wish everybody I met really, really was ready and willing and capable of making big changes? Yeah, I do. That would be great. That would be great for them. That would make me feel really cool too. But it takes people a long time to get there, even if they have the ability, time, money, means, awareness, all that stuff. It takes some people a long time to get there. And that's not because there's anything deficient about them. It's just how it goes. People aren't ready till they're ready. You can't force it. But what you can do is be there and be supportive until they are. I'm not saying to be a doormat. I'm not saying to allow yourself to be mistreated or abused or taken advantage of. I have boundaries with people that I work with. They all know that there are certain things that are acceptable when they're in my office with me and things that are not acceptable. And I very rarely have a problem with that because I make it clear in the beginning. But I also don't fire people either. At least I've never had to so far. I have sometimes had to end a session early, but that person is always welcome to come back and try again. Always. This may be simultaneously my greatest strength and my greatest weakness, but every day you get a clean slate with me. No matter how much of a jerk you acted like yesterday, tomorrow's a new day. And I'm not going to hang around to let you be nasty to me the next day, but I'm going to go in with the expectation that you're going to turn it around today. And if you don't, okay, get a new day tomorrow. And I'll keep giving people new days and new chances probably until I die. That's my superpower. I am endlessly patient with people. Has it gotten me in trouble before? Yes. Yes, it has. But I wouldn't change that about myself. Because I think people need that. And I think sometimes people need that before they can make any kind of positive change. People need to know that someone has unconditional positive regard for them. Because a lot of people didn't get that when they should have. When they were tiny, tiny, innocent little humans. That's when you're supposed to get that. And that sets the stage for how you expect every relationship after that, every friendship after that, how you expect those to go, and how you act towards those people. And my endless hope is that if I can provide that later on, eventually it will allow people to feel safe enough to change. And do I have a lot of other fancy training? Yes, I do. Do I have a fancy degree and a license? Yes, I do. But at the heart of it, how I work is unconditional positive regard. And I'm not sure why I chose to make this video today, but I did. So if you hung out, thank you for listening.